Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique All Games Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a sneaky painting video. What is it all about? I take a model and I just paint it. So usually you guys vote on a model for my Monday's painting video, which is from Weekly Wednesday. But where I'm doing Let's Build episode 100 and I'm doing a massive build, it's a massive model. I don't want to rush it, so because I'm taking my time on that, it's giving me more time to get painting done. So I've had to scale off for everything here. There's not a lot of things that are ready that I can squeeze into one afternoon. So I'm going to go with the Primaris Lieutenant from the Battle Strike Force Augustas box. It's a fantastic sculpt. So loads of little details on him, which I'm going to make pop as we go along. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so as you can see, model's all gravelled up. It's a bit gravel on there with BB glue. When it's dry, I undercoat the whole model black with Chaos Black, and then I just dry brush Stollies and drab across that. I can go with Baneblade Brown on top of that as well if I want to, but I don't usually bother because it's not really that important. Let's have a look at my wet palette. Bugman's Glow, Retribute Armour, Corn Red, White Scars, that's my chap's colours, some Lead Belcher, and this is Euphial Grey. Did I pronounce that right? Euphial Grey. That's that one, because I had sorry, not in the camera, an amazing idea of what to do. Because usually everyone that's new, that is regular here, will know when I put my Space Marine chapter, because of the way the colours are, it's so many coats of the Screaming Skull until I get to the nice crisp colour I want. So I'm going to start with Euphial Grey first of all. There's a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out all the armor pieces that I'm going to do with the Screaming Skull. I'm not going to do all of it on camera, I'm just going to do a bit of it, and come off camera and do the rest, and then come back and show you. It's better. Right, so I'm going to go off camera now, do the rest, and then come back to you and just show you where we're at. So here's where we're at. Absolutely fantastic, just a basic coverage. Now I'm going to come with some Bugman's Glow, and I'm going to paint the face. But what I actually want to do is I really want to water a bit of it down, so it's really runny. Just come in, just try and get the face as much of the face as possible. But because it's quite runny, it will just run through recesses, give me such a very thin cover. Those of you that know me know that I'm not very good at painting faces. I don't like painting faces. It's one of my pet hates. And when I built this model, I decided I'm going to put the open top face on him to try and challenge myself a little bit. It's not the best, but that's what I wanted. Something like that, yeah. So I'll wait a couple of minutes for it to dry because it's so bloody hot here. We got in the car, finished work, we got in the car and it was 28 degrees. That's what the car's temperature was. Anyway, that's Celsius by the way. So I'm going to leave that for dry for a minute and come back and show you again. So I had the paint handle, might as well use it. Right, so I added 3 colours to the wet palette. 3 that I missed. Monoxide, Ascian Grey, and Administratum Grey. So I'm going to start with this one. And it's a dark grey, so I'm going to come in with it. I'm going to paint his robe hanging off the top of him. It's a nice grey actually. On the side of that. a nice grey. Right, now I'm going to come back in with some more watered down Bugsman Glow. If you focus in, there we go. I'm just going to run it over the face again. This is the same watered down bit I just used. That cheek seems to be missing, but that's not a problem. Now I'm going to come in with some Screaming Skull, and I'm going to start adding it top of the Euphon Grey. Again, I'm not going to do the whole thing, I'm just going to do a little bit on camera and come back and show you. I'm going to go off camera now and do the rest. So there we are, after just one coat. It's actually not far off what I want it. There's a few bits that are patchy here and there, but that's fine. There's actually a purity seal there, I didn't realise. Anyway, now I'm going to come with some corn red, because as I said before, this cream colour doesn't pop unless the corn red's on there. So again, I'm just going to do one little bit on camera, then go off camera and do the rest. So I'm going to go off camera and do the rest of that now, come back to you when it's done. So here we are so far. Looking nice, looking sharp. I'm actually going to come back in with some Screaming Skull. I'm going to water it down a little bit on the wet palette even more. I'm going to come in, just try and touch up and tidy up these little bits that look a bit shabby. I'll tell you, on the whole, that's actually a good way of getting these marines done quickly. It's that grey colour. And just coming in with some Screaming Skull. Because usually it's like 2.5, 3 layers of Screaming Skull, then maybe a 4th layer, you know, just here and there, and just it starts getting annoying. It gets to a point where I just don't want to paint them because it just takes that long. Don't get it wrong, it's a sexy look when it's done. It's just getting to that stage is just so annoying. I'm going to go off camera and do the rest. Tell you what, there might be a few little bits here and there still to touch up, but on the whole, that's a hell of a lot easier to do and a lot quicker time wise. So now I'm going to come in with some monoxide. You see, I've got the gun pouch by accident. I'm going to come in and I'm going to paint the gun pouch. It's got a few little bits, a few little pouches on him there. Got the gun strap, which I'm going to get as well. Yeah, so I'm going to go off camera and do those. Now I'm going to come in with some lead belcher. I'm going to pick out all these little vents. Little bits in there. So you guys all the way across. I don't know why I did that with white scars. Oops. A little bit coming off the back of him there. The little vents in here. maybe just go off camera and just give the model once over looking for any of those vents. And the bit where I did the screaming skull on his bottom, there needs to be probably a couple of coats of the lead belcher. Nice, so actually back some silver on the gun. My regulars know that I don't, with the guns and stuff, I don't really go over the top of them and just give a quick once over, a little touch up here and there. Just so they stand out a little bit. Silver on the back. And they're going to come with some retribute armour. Pick out all the bits I want to be gold. So I always have this big disc on the back as gold. I'm going to go off camera and collect all the other little bits of gold. Right, so here we are. So for all intents and purposes, this guy's battle ready. But for everyone that's new, this is what I do now. I take it beyond battle ready standard. Now don't get me wrong, there might be a few bits of screaming skull here and there, just to go onto the white there, but it's not onto the other screaming skull, but it's not, you know, the end of the world. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some Bugman's Glow in the wet palette, and I'm going to mix it with Ethereal Grey. It's giving me a really unique, lighter colour than what's on this one. I'm going to come in, just try and get all the raised areas. Go nice and nice. Actually got a blob of white on his hair. I was going to just give him dark hair, but anyway. I'll leave that to dry for me because you can hear the farmer in the background. Right, so now I'm going to come with the Administratum Grey. I'm going to water it right down even more on the wet palette. And I'm going to do it from the middle here. See how watered down that is? It's really, really watery. Get a little bit more on there. So essentially, I've turned the layer paint into a wash. And now I'm just washing it on. Yeah, it will dry in minutes because it's so warm here. But it should just give me a nice little, where the water looks heavy on it, that should be lighter than the rest of it. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a little bit of Screaming Skull and mix it in with some Euro White. See, now I'm going to take some Screaming Skull and Euro White and mix it in with the Bugman's Glow that I already had. Just give me a really light colour. And I'm going to come in, and I'm just going to gently get some raised areas. I'm going to come in the dab of the Retributor Armour, and I'm going in for the that's perfect. Oh, I was contemplating whether I should do that. I'll just do some of the control say orange. That's almost dry. So now I'm going to get some more of that administratum grey, but just not water it down, just come along, start doing it in. See with that sort of look. Tap on the back there. Back doesn't matter too much because you know you're not going to see it, but now I'm going to take a little tiny touch of Primaris Gold, and I'm just going to edge highlight this ever so gently. Say ever so gently, but I've gone a bit too bad on the first stroke, just to give me the clever look. Let's get back a little bit of the strap here. Now you could, with the face, you could come in with some white scars and just do a little dab of it here and there. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to, what am I going to do now? I'm going to put it down for a minute. I'm going to get a different colour. The first thing I do is some rattling grime. Get all on this. Now I didn't highlight the stone, as you would have seen. Normally I would highlight the stone before I put rattling grime on. I'm not going to do that with this guy because there's too much. It's all there. So his power armour is that creamy colour that side. So I don't want to mix up the rattling grime with it. But it's still going to give me a lovely effect. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to come in with some Augustas red, which is an amazing layer paint, especially with corn red. I'm not going to do the whole thing, I'm just going to do a little bit, and I'm going to layer it up a little bit. And now don't worry, Augustas red is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. But I don't go all the way to the edge because I want the corn red to come through. So I'm just doing it as like a highlight, if you like. And then off camera do the rest of that. Right, so there we are. Now I could, his face that's a little bit warped, doesn't it? I don't know, it's a bit weird. But I could come around some white scars and just go along the edge of that cloak. I'm not going to. Could do a little dab in the middle, I'm not going to. He is done. Purity seal. So Lothern blue is the colour, was what I use for my purity seal. So I'll do that off camera afterwards, it's not a big issue. You don't need to see me do a little blob of Lothern blue. So, if you enjoyed this video guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything in future. And everyone smash the thumbs up button, just to trigger YouTube to share this video with more and more people. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for everyone that supports the channel for as long as you have. It means that, you know, so much to me. I'm going to bring you down and show you some pretty pictures. But that's another model down. Until next time guys, take it easy.